What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you so much for joining me here. I'm Big Johnny G, and this is Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. This is a weekly show. I do videos every day of the week. On Tuesdays, this is what I do. And this is a bullet point format show. It's not a full-ass review. Just bullet points as to why myself, Tommy V, the 20-Sided Warriors, my wife, any of the gamers have enjoyed a game when it hits a particular table. That's all this is. Quick little bullet points. And today, I want to talk to you about letters from Whitechapel. This is a one versus all game where one of the players, one of you, is going to be playing Jack the Ripper. The others are going to be playing the constables that are trying to capture and stop the crime, solve the Jack the Ripper mystery. And I honestly think that I don't imagine how a Jack the Ripper game could have been made better. I can't see it. This seems to be a perfect love letter. I hate to say it that way. But to Jack the Ripper, the story, and the myth. The components in this game look absolutely gorgeous. I love the almost retro, old world feel. Everything from the board, it looks like an old-timey map of London. Fantastic, exactly the way you want it, the way it should look for this game. The pawns. It doesn't use miniatures, it doesn't use standees, it uses artistic pawns. I think that was a brilliant move as far as thematics go. Maybe I should say component thematics go. The aesthetics of the components. Yeah, it was a brilliant move because it fits perfectly. It draws my eye to the game. It makes me want to see that game on the table. And that right there's a great start. When I was a kid, preteen, tween, I remember getting a copy of Scotland Yard. And I had never heard of a concept of a game like that before. And for this, to have this game, this newer, modern game, makes me feel like Scotland Yard. You really are, maneuvering through the streets, trying to corner basically the one player who's playing the bad guy. In this case, obviously, is Jack the Ripper. I have played a lot of cat and mouse games, hidden movement games in the years since then, and this is one of the best. This is definitely probably up there in the top 3, I think, of prime examples of how a hidden movement one versus all game really needs to play out. I really find there to be very little, dare I say no, luck factor when playing this game. This game is all strategy and movement. The only luck is, I guess, maybe in the part of the Jack the Ripper player gets lucky if you, the top player, makes a bad move. But other than that, the game itself doesn't set out to incorporate luck as a factor in playing or winning this game. That is fantastic. I don't mind luck in a game at all. I think it simulates the fact that real life, you never know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. You can't be in control of it. But in a game, it is a breath of fresh air to encounter a game like this where you're not going to have to worry about, everything's going to be perfect unless I roll bad. You don't have to worry about luck. Unless the next card I draw screws me, I'm doing good. You don't have to worry about that. The only thing that's going to screw you is you. Now, for being a game based on something horrible, I think that this game does a great job of incorporating the historical accuracies of what is known and believed to have happened during that time period. Even some of the components and the handouts are so thematically perfect to the actual Jack the Ripper case And I'm not talking, just down to like the letters and the strange writings on the wall, but even the constables and head of police that are involved. This drips. There's so much historic accuracy, as we know and understand to know. It just adds another level, another component of awesomeness to this game. I think this fits. Most games of this category, the hidden movement category, are completely highly replayable. And this is too. You're not going to be running into the same things over and over and over again at different times that you play. Every single time is going to be a unique movement, a unique experience on the tabletop. And that says a lot. Even games that do offer differences from play to play, it's titles like this that are really completely player driven that you can say are the most replayable. And this hits that mark completely. Now, I really look forward to games that I can categorize as gateway games, because I think those are titles that everyone is looking for to some degree or another. And this is not. I would not categorize this as a gateway game. Any game can surprise you and act as a gateway game. That's true. But generally speaking, I would not categorize this as a gateway game. I think it's a little too fidgety in some of the aspects, some of the rules, some of the mechanics and movements and stuff. But other than that, I think anyone that is familiar with hidden movement games, this is an awesome game to have down on the table. If you're a fan or you know someone that's a fan of Jack the Ripper, history and mythology, please tell them about this game. If they haven't heard about it already, they're probably going to want to hear about it and maybe even own it on principle alone. So is this game made for anyone other than Jack the Ripper fans? Yes. Yes, it is. This is a beautiful example of hidden movement, track down and corner the bad guy. This takes Scotland Yard and those earlier similar games and just takes it up to the next level. I'm not going to say it perfects it, but it gets close to it. It gets close to it. It is a great, fine example of that style of gaming. But don't just listen to me or anyone else that tells you this game or that game or another game is great. I always suggest that you go watch playthroughs. Instead of listening to us, go watch playthroughs. That's usually the best way to experience a game and find out if it's something that you and your buddies are going to enjoy once it hits the table. So go, get yourself some more information, because I think you're going to enjoy Letters from Whitechapel.